and welcome back. So yesterday we talked about the Pythagorean Theorem and got to experiment with that a little bit. So your warm-up is, what is the Pythagorean Theorem? Hopefully you can remember that after yesterday's note-taking skills, okay? Otherwise look at your notes from yesterday. So this is 7.1 day 2. We're going to learn about the Pythagorean Theorem converse. And the converse just means we're flipping the Pythagorean Theorem around. Now usually with the Pythagorean Theorem, you're given a right triangle, and then you say, okay, then I know that a squared plus b squared equals c squared. The converse says, if a squared plus b squared does equal c squared, then the triangle is a right triangle. Okay, so basically we're kind of going backwards. We're going to be given all three of the variables, and we have to decide if it's a right triangle or not. Okay, so my first example, is this a right triangle? That's your question. I'm given a, b, and c here, as you can see. So I'm going to plug it into my equation. And again, this is a squared plus b squared equals c squared. A is 8, so 8 squared plus b is 15. 15 squared equals 17 is c, so 17 squared. Okay, now obviously I just need to keep going and see when they actually equal each other. So 8 squared is 64 plus 15 squared should be 225, but I'm going to check myself. So 15 squared is 225 equals 17 squared, which is 289. So this side is going to continue to be 289, but I'm going to do 64 plus 225. And they both equal, so both sides equal 289. So that means, yes, this is a right triangle. Okay, so if I were to draw, excuse me, if I were to draw on a graph the side length of 8 with 15 and then drew a diagonal through that, that would actually be a right triangle. It works out nicely. Okay, I have another one very similar. Okay, so I have a squared plus b squared equals c squared. Okay, a is 13 squared plus 15 squared equals 18 squared. 13 squared is 169. 15 squared is 225. Equals 18 squared, which if you want to see that, that is 324. So 169 plus 225 is 394, which does not equal 324, right? So this is not a right triangle, okay? So basically you're using your Pythagorean theorem to check the answers, make sure that they do in fact equal each other, and if they equal, they are right triangles. Okay?